Alright, you guys, so Supreme Kami over here. So I forgot, or not forgot, I didn't actually do like a Thursday night update with you guys over here. So let's actually do it right now. So I'm like a day late right now, so forgive me for that. But let's actually talk about what they had dropped last night. They dropped another preview for the next arena over here, and guess what? They finally dropped. So I've been talking about the Armor World arena for like the longest of time because like ever since they dropped it, let's say the new Gundam new Gundam HWS version of it. I've been talking about they wouldn't release something of that high armor of a caliber without dropping a armor mode arena, which this time they're finally doing it right now. So this one's going to be one of those increase your battle assessment the more armor you have. So basically you just want to rack up a lot of those armor if possible. And then what tags you want to be using for sure, you must be using mass production. That's guarantee one of the tags you need to be using because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, mass production actually gives you 15% armor, so you gotta be using that. Some few other choices and coincide with like mass production. You can definitely use Protag in close combat, Protag or high firepower, or high firepower Protag, or high firepower close combat. But me personally, when I built mine, I'm just gonna quickly show you guys in a bit. How I built mine was I went for a Protag close combat build. Initially, I was trying to go for like a high firepower Protag, but it didn't work out too well. You can also do Gundam type and close combat with the Kenzu. I think that one is a lot more better. So that is that. So I would say roughly about, let's say if anyone does care about arena and they are trying to rank up to like top 10, for example, I think your safest bet is trying to get up to 100,000 K armor stat. I think at that point you should be looking at like top 10 or top 100 to be exact right there. So in terms of what other banner they drop for this week over here, they drop us another one of these type of full set capsule available now. So this is going to be one of those banner where me personally, I feel like if you guys do summon on, you might as well finish the whole rounds because they'll be dropping one ticket per every multi summons, and I believe you accumulate 20. It's gonna guarantee you at least one of those full set over here. So we can just kind of quickly take a look. So this is gonna be the guarantee banner. So you get, yeah, it says right here you can open the limited part full set capsule with 20x expire limited parts full set capsule vouchers up here. So this one is a red alert for you guys to, all right, in order to just kind of use that, that freebie, you're gonna have to do 20 multi summons over here. So it actually does allow you to do up to 10 rounds. So that's actually quite a lot. So in order to get, let's say, up to 20 tickets, you would at least need to do 5 loops to this. So you're basically doing 20 multi summons. Okay. In terms of what the horror spending you're looking at over here, if I'm not mistaken, you're probably looking at around 15,000, which I would say highly not suggested. Just because of the fact that we know that next week we should be getting maybe another Super Sokai, so there can be a possibility next week they can just drop Barbados Taurus. So I feel like if anyone does want to go into this full set over here, I will highly suggest you guys wait until Sunday night when they actually drop next week's content, so we can just kind of see, all right, what kind of units coming. Maybe it can be double Quanta, Command Quanta, or maybe the Perfect Strike Freedom. Who knows, right? We just want to be cautious before we go ahead and spin our horrors. Obviously, I would say this banner, there's not going to be, in terms of freebie wise, this is going to be all you're going to be getting. So step 1 to 3, you're not going to be getting the material A, so because it's only 7,500, right? So with step 2, you're now up to 1,500. So step 3, you're looking at 2,250, and then step 4, you're looking at 3,000. So that's why they're not dropping the material A on step 1 and 3. So that is that, right? In terms of the banner, what we're looking at so far, I think it's pretty up to date. They even dropped double Shield Quanta, which is probably the best one to be looking at so far. Obviously, there are tons of good full set to be getting, but keep that in mind. It's gonna first step is gonna be 5%. Step 2, 10%. Step 3, 15%, and then step 4, 20%. But for my experience doing this, the last 2 times, not the one last time. I actually did not do the one that's last time around, just because I feel like it's not the best of value, just in my opinion. It all really depends on like what kind of luck you guys are looking at. To be honest, like my luck wasn't the greatest when I was doing it the second time around, so I'm like, I don't know, like I wasn't getting like the full set I really wanted. Obviously, if you're looking at a bigger, like big pool of this, it's gonna be extremely hard. So that is that. So I guess you can just kind of talk about some of the banners over here. So this one over here does require 20 tickets. In terms of this one over here, I still have not do the alteration review for this one. It should be it'll be up over the weekend for sure. This one is definitely something you don't really need, but here's the catch. If you guys are really trying to prepare out for that mass production or that armor arena, this guy over here, because when I did the alteration review for the P-type X divider, that guy actually has some insane armor in terms of looking at the chest. So if, for example, you are able to get another chest out here, so this one over here, yeah, this one surprisingly has extremely high armor, like 72,000. So you pair that up with the other X divider, you're looking at around 50.5% sub slot transfer bonus already. So you're looking at an insane amount of stat transferring. So but I feel like for me personally, I would not suggest anyone to go for this banner just purely for one arena over there. So that is that. But keep that in mind. If you want to get the event bonus for this week, this is the only banner that is validated. If you guys take a look at, where did I show that thing where like you get the event point thing. So this is the only one that gets the multiply for this week. So that's kind of a bummer because they released this one over here. They released these up here. They don't count. It's only the newest unit of the week count, so that's kind of a bummer right there. So if you guys really want the multiplier, for example, you might have to go for the X divider, but that is not highly suggest. I don't suggest that at all. Now this banner is good obviously, but if you guys don't like the new Gundam, for example, I would say this is a pretty much a hot skip. Just me personally looking at the suit, it's just too much of a dual type build for me. I don't know how you guys feel about dual type build. I feel like people do like it, but it just like, I guess I'm rating it too much on my own personal preference. So like, all right, what do I think of it? But obviously, dual type build is sufficient enough. It's just right now you can push both melee and shot to like a respectable even number. I think that is the case right there. Because this guy specifically does not really boost too many like a melee output. So I'm like, what's the point of having protect, right? So it's not bad overall. Like if you're talking about the overall banner structure, I do like it. You know, being able to use the new Gundams, what is it, L badge to exchange for some good gunplay bitcoins, that is definitely a win right there. So then that's pretty much it. I would say this banner is more of like a last resort. Let's say you're hopping into week 5, for example, and let's say I didn't get any material A and I need to alter some or get some parts for the build project parts. I'm like, all right, I guess I have to go to this banner. So this is a banner I would say save to the last resort, like last part possible. But I would say this banner does have pretty good rate as well. You guys are, I guess I should be looking at the prime pool actually. Yeah, this banner does have insane rates. So that is that. This banner is also good, but like I said again, the parts in here is extremely diluted. So you know, I guess all these banners are actually diluted. Like to be honest, like every one of these except for this one and this one, but like this one and this one. I guess I do want to add a little bit more on this banner over here, like the step up. It's only the full set, so you're not getting any melee weapon, ranged weapon, no shield. So you're pretty much missing a big chunks. I will have to say. So let's say you're missing that one very good melee weapon, and you can obviously not get it from this banner. So the value is, you know, the choice is in your hand. But I'm just explaining, you know, even with the 20% on the step up, I mean, like I didn't get it. Like I did that for like 5 loops, right? Of all those 5 times, I don't even think I got it. So that's why I would not highly suggest that. So let's talk about my build for this week over here. You know, I'm just gonna disclose it right here and now. I am up to a 90,000 armor over here. Obviously, this is not the best setup you can be looking at. I'm pretty sure there's more alternative ways to be looking at this. I think people who have the Mori Kenzu Zero, that one definitely has the upper advantage. You know, but you know, I feel like these parts are sufficient in how they're doing. So I'm using Pro Tag, Mass Production, and then Close Combat. And then, you know, melee attack is nowhere near that, only 56,000. So it's gonna be extremely hard to I would assume like being able to one shot your enemy with like a melee yeet weapon, or even like a shooting Gerby, or whatever, however you call it. So it's gonna be a pretty tough week. Like it's gonna be a good experiment, I guess. Like how like what do we need to, right? This setup is obviously a lot of like stuff invested into it, because like even before looking at that, right? I think the most important part you want to be looking at this build is going to be this over here. So this right here is giving another 150% to my word tag mass reduction. So I think it's 15% base to armor, and then you're getting another 150% up. So that's why you see some insane set. Let me remove this right now to give you guys a quick comparison. So it roughly give you about 15, yeah, 15. So that's actually like absurd amount, right? So that is that. Yep, you just get from, let's say, yeah, that's the extremely big boost right there. So that is that. Obviously, you're gonna need this flat out 2000 armor gear for sure. These two are not of a necessity, but this one for sure. So so that is that. So that is my build for this week over here. So not really much to talk about right here. So that is that. So if you guys do want some example, I guess here it is. But I say, if anyone did not get the new Gundam HWS head to begin with, like prior to this event, it's going to be a lot more harder, because the new Gundam HWS has the highest head armor. Well, yeah, head armor, and then tri burning is a definitely the best one to be using for me personally. I think the tri burning does reign supreme over some other, let's say, what is it? The more you cancel zero, the SD gun, that SD gun there. But that one does have a little bit of better synergy, I guess, in terms of what kind of war tag you can be looking at. I don't know. I don't actually have the full set, so I didn't really use that. But I feel like for this week's strategy, you can just kind of go in with like no attribute at all, because what's your main goal is just trying to, let's say, finish up your enemy with the fastest time possible. Because overkill is not going to be possible in this week, so don't even try to hope for any overkill bonus. That is completely out of the window. So whatever this week is, I'm just really relying on this 90,000 armor over here. So I think that's pretty much it. So with that being said, I will catch you guys all on the next one.